Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. Let's take another look here at Bitcoin, see what's going on. 105,000 at this point, looking pretty strong here for the day, maintaining above our macro support range here of, again, 99.7 upwards about 102. So you can see the price action keeps wicking down this lower area and having difficulty getting through that level. So that's reinforcing support, but again, we don't want to keep testing that level. We want to continue higher here, right? Good news is we got a little bit of a reprieve here for the moment. So we're going to talk about this potential descending type of trend, even though we're still honoring and respecting the ascending trend, staying above the 50-day SMA. That's a very, very good sign for the most part. Okay, so we'll take a look at a few important things here. And if you are new to the channel, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you've been watching me for a while, you'll probably know that you do that every time, and I'm super thankful for it. Deeply appreciate it. So again, thanks again for just being an amazing part of my life. Let's take a look here. Again, left-hand side, we got last 7 days worth of liquidation. We can kind of see it's getting a little more sparse in the upper range here. In other words, there are some heavy positions at 110, and then roughly 109, and then same at about 107. So we're getting closer to those areas. Keep in mind, there's obviously a lot more liquidation on the downside for the short-term time frame, indicating that we got a lot of longs with liquidation events at 95 to 100,000. But if we look at the bigger picture here, we can see the macro is starting to grow. And this incentivizes the price to go higher here based on the simple fact that there's too many people shorting the market right now. Now, again, if you look at liquidation delta, there's a good chance that we have starting to taper off, which it actually is, which is good. But there's more people taking shorts than longs right now. All the more reason why the price action is probably going to go higher. Right? Again, it kind of does the opposite of what you think it would. But once more, understanding the liquidation delta tells us that, hey, we're getting closer to equilibrium, but right now there's still more people taking shorts than longs. We take a look here at open interest. This is a good indication of where people are kind of heavy here in the local range. This is about a 7-day look back here. And what this tells us is a lot of folks got in heavy about 101.5, and then just little sparse areas here between 103 and 106. But for the most part, the late longs at 107 are in the red, but the extra late longs at 101.7 or 101.5 as a round number, those are still heavy profit. So that reinforces that support at 101.5. Just kind of throwing it out there. We can see that reflected on the charts on the smaller time frames. So now that we understand the kind of the back end there, we recognize that liquidation is still heavy on shorts, and there's more liquidation on the upside than the downside. That kind of tells us a little bit here as to, this next target is this 107 to 110 mark, right? Furthermore, we look at the moving averages, a lot of confluence at that 98.5 mark, or the both 20 and 50-day SMA, which I value highly. I think they carry a lot of weight. This kind of letting us know that 98.5 is that range of support for us if the price were to continue any lower. Same thing here as well with stochastic, even though it's pulling back, and we've seen previous pullbacks on stochastic RSI actually result in behavior like this. That's just, it's only one indication, right? We don't want to attach ourselves to that. So hypothetically, yes, the price should continue and may continue lower, but stochastic isn't really working so well. In other words, it's letting us know that this little momentous push up keeps getting stopped out. But now that we've established higher highs and we hit that 110,000 mark, kind of opened up the ceiling a little bit more there, right? So in turn, we're losing that momentum to the downside, and I don't think this pullback is going to be quite as strong. We'll take a look here at MACD. This is kind of letting us know we're in good shape there. Still converging. RSI is up over 50, not quite to 70 yet, not overextended. So we got mostly good things here on the daily time frame. Again, it's never going to be perfect, but for the most part, that is pretty awesome in the overall sentiment here. We also got to recognize, too, the inauguration yesterday didn't really work out quite as well as some people were hoping for. People were wanting him to mention the word crypto, and the market would have probably went a little bit on the bonkers side. But the truth is we had that natural buy the rumor, sell the news thing, right? The price was inflated going into the inauguration, and the price action pulled back. It's kind of standard and par for the course to see that happen. But good news is the support level here is holding, even though we have this, what I like to consider a ripsaw. I mean, if you look at this jagged market, I mean, we're seeing 5% corrections to the upside and downside in no less than 2-3 hours at a time. It's just ripping both directions. So again, friendly advice, folks. Low leverage, low position size. Make sure you do that. Quick congrats to our community members here. Again, we got to celebrate what we can. Nice little Solana short there from yesterday, 5 hours, 21%. And again, that was a higher risk trade, folks. Again, you got to recognize trading any kind of leverage right now is high. That was a 5x leverage trade, so nothing too crazy, but say we just got a big pump or something, for example, then that could have been a bad deal, right? So truth is, low leverage at all times right now, I feel is probably the best, safer thing to go. We do have heavy liquidation here to the downside. Keep in mind, again, that 93 to 90, I think it's 98K, that range there does have a lot of liquidation. So just, kind of understand that. But for the most part, it's not terrible, right? Or until we get to sub 100,000, we don't need to worry about that too much. We got a lot of support above us. So good news is we're in decent shape there. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. We've maintained above 50 on the RSI. Check. That's awesome. Stochastic swinging up. Money flow index increasing, pivoting off that nice little 30 range. And we can also see MACD is trying to converge here. So we're in pretty decent shape here, being back up over the 20-day SMA for the moment, maintaining above the 50, honoring the ascending trend. There's a lot of reasons why the price action should continue higher here for Bitcoin. Same thing as well with the hourly time frame too. If we take a look here, Ichimoku Cloud, we're trying to break through. Haven't officially yet, but we're getting close. Lagging spans a couple hours of being free and clear of the price action. That's really a big deal in most cases. And then, of course, we got the conversion lines crossing over the baseline right now. So we got basically 3 out of 3 reasons to consider a long position. Only thing I would recommend considering is just maybe waiting a tiny bit longer to this $105,000 mark to maintain itself. And then we know at that point that the likelihood of further upside is greater based on the simple fact that we've maintained above the cloud for a while. Right now, we're kind of within it or breaking free from it. So not 110% guarantee we're going to continue higher, but generally speaking, a stronger likelihood. Okay. So a lot of positive contributing factors here. I really like what I see here for Bitcoin. There's a couple of altcoins I may consider some longs with, but I do want to recommend, again, low leverage, low position size. Make sure you're being very careful with your trading right now, because even though we have a lot of confirming factors, we can see, the market oftentimes, it'll calibrate quickly, right? So be very careful. But at this point here, the fact that we have more shorts in play leads me to believe the price is going to go higher. And with this extra chunky amount of liquidation above the price action, both short term and long term, I think we're in we're in a position right where the price action should go up. So that's kind of where we're at there. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens here soon. I may consider a long position, but I'll go ahead and maybe wait for confirmation too. I'll post a play out chart on our Twitter, Telegram, or Discord if you're part of our public group there. If you're part of my private committee, I'll probably be sending a trade alert here, kind of letting you know what kind of price action or structure we should be looking for to get a confirming long position. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Thanks again so much for your time. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.